Hey, what's going on everybody? Alex here with Freedom Mowers. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today we are going to be working on a Briggs and Stratton Classic. The more modern of the Classic, because this one had the updated plastic cap on it. And I'm not really sure. I was trying to remember where this mower came from, and I believe this one was one that I picked up as just a curb find. And I didn't notice, I guess when I picked it up, that it looks as though this was already had a engine swap on it. So we have a MTD 20-inch sticker here on the top, but along here on the back side it's a Craftsman deck. So somebody has already swapped the motor out on this, and as you guys can tell, there is quite a bit of oil sitting here. I kind of did a little once over the machine, and I did pull it. It's got compression. I don't know whether this has just been turned on its side or what's going on with it. So let's dig in. Let's see, first off, if there's any oil in it. Yeah, the oil level's good. It's dark. And I can tell you that air filter's on backwards. Somebody's already messed with the governor on here. Let's take a look. Well, the filter doesn't look half bad on the top side. It's a little crusty on the bottom, but I've seen a lot worse than that. Yeah, this thing just has a lot of oil on it. I don't know whether this was... what's going on with it. Alright, well, let's try to just put some gas down in the throat of the carburetor here and see if we can't get it to pop off. And if it does, we'll move on here, see what we got. I've got some little bit of two-stroke mix in this bottle, so I'll just give this a shot here and see. Alright. Well, that's a good sign. Let's see. Looks like there's a fair bit of oil just down in the throat there of the carburetor. Let me take a look at the gas in here. The tank's almost empty. Yeah, let's just throw a little gas in the tank and just see if it'll fire up on its own. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I've had mowers before that didn't even have anything wrong with it. People just toss stuff out. Let me just throw a little gas in here and we'll see. Got some big stuff coming up that I'll share with you guys, but this temporary little shop I think is gonna go. I've been trying to map out everything here on this concrete pad, and I believe I'm gonna be able to make a 16 by 20 foot workshop out here, and that's something I'm gonna be working on in the next couple months. So hopefully by springtime I'll have a shop out here. But I'll go into more detail, make a video kind of updating everybody and showing y'all what I got going on here. Well, it's got a good primer. I'll show you guys that. I don't know, we'll have to fix up what's going on with the spring. The linkage is free, but it's got a good prime. Make sure you guys can still see here. Well, I think we still got an issue with fuel pulling up to the carburetor. Yeah, there's a lot of oil burning off the muffler here, so this might have just been put on its side at one point, and maybe that's where the oil's coming from. Because I don't see anything actually coming out around the head gasket. Let's see. Seemed like it just maybe had a little something in the pickup tube, and it picked it up because it's running on its own fuel now. We'll try to start it up one more time, and then I guess I'll just try to make sure the spring looks pretty good. We'll get the RPMs adjusted right and see what else is going on with this machine. That's pretty nice though. I didn't think it would be that easy of a fix. Well, it seems like it's running really well. Not really sure though about that. I guess I just wanted to make sure that spring wasn't in the way of the actual linkage, like anything was binding up, but it looks to be fine. This engine is a 2012, November 2012. Look, this one's put their own hardware here in the front with a washer. Yeah, this thing has been put through its paces, needless to say. I'll probably just clip off the tail end of this spring here and try to get this cleaned up here. Just trying to think what all I need to do. An oil change, obviously. Let's check the blade on here. Spark plug has got a lot of crusty on the tip there. Yeah, the blade actually looks good. It just needs an edge put on it. I love these little classics. They usually, if anything, it's just a diaphragm and you know, making sure they have oil in it. They're usually pretty stout little motors. This is the 450. All right, well, let me set you guys down for a minute. Let me figure out exactly what all I want to get done on this, and show you guys getting that knocked out. And I guess we got us a sweet little mower here. A nice little Craftsman MTD hybrid big wheel. All right, well, so far I was just trying to figure out exactly what else I needed to get done on this. And this spring seems to be working just fine on here. I kind of just moved, put a little bit of a bend here so that it didn't catch on the lever here, so there's no chafing or binding, and everything looks good there. What else was there? I'll show you guys the oil here in a minute. I'll get the oil dumped out and changed. I need to tighten up the pull rope holder there. Probably clip off those zip tie ends here, just clean those up, and just give this thing a nice bath. I mean, it's pretty filthy, a lot of oil. I mean, overall it looks like it's in pretty good shape, just needs a cleaning and a couple little fixes on here. So let's dump this oil out and see what it looks like. My cart wasn't in the way. Oh yeah. It's like super dark. Who knows when the last time that was changed. Yum. Apologize if I'm a little quieter today. My throat's been a little sore. Whole family's a little bit under the weather here, so doing my best to get out here and find some projects to work on. I've got plenty to do, so got a couple of leaf blowers, a couple chainsaws and stuff like that, so I'm gonna try to work on those in the next couple weeks as well. Something a little different content. I think we're pretty good on that oil. Let's see here. Make sure you guys can see. I'm just gonna go ahead and top all this off with just some 10W30 in here, and yeah, I'll top that off. I'm gonna go give this thing a wash, and we'll check it out, take a look at it, make sure it's gonna crank up and run again, and if there's anything else that that needs to be fixed on it. I'll probably get that air filter blown off a little bit too and get that cleaned up. But yeah, nice little easy mower. I was gonna show you guys actually when I cranked this up earlier. I don't know if you guys saw me priming that. Actually, a little something I've seen from Bruce Pender, but I know a lot of times if you You crank these up and it's having a problem pulling the gas from the tank. If you have some kind of carb spray or a little bit of gas that you can put down in the throat of the carb, as soon as you get it fired up, you know, just dribble a little bit in here, and some of the times it will give it a chance. So every time it starts to die back down, put a few more drops in there or a little carb spray and just keep the machine going. And a lot of times it'll start to draw up its own fuel, and sometimes it fixes itself. And that's kind of what happened in this situation. So anyhow, let me get some oil in here and get this thing cleaned up, and let's take a look. All right, guys, well, here is the finished product. It actually cleaned up pretty nice. There's you know, some paint flake. I think there's some overspray on the deck. Not really sure what from what, but should be a nice little mower for somebody. I guess the biggest spot of the paint coming off is right here around the discharge area. It probably just started to peel up and then just kept running there to the back. This one was kind of a nice change. I couldn't even remember exactly. I'm pretty sure this was a roadside pickup, and it was just on a curb find, so that's pretty nice. I don't really know why they threw it out unless they were just upgrading mowers, because somebody went through the trouble to at least engine swap this machine. But I did go ahead and just tightened up that holder for the rope, and we got the oil changed on it. Kind of just got the carburetor feeding itself again with fuel, and I just need to sharpen the blade on it, oil change. I cleaned off the filter a little bit more, and seems to be pretty good. Put you guys on the tripod, and we'll give it a crank, make sure everything works on it, and then I'll probably wrap this video up. I normally run these for 10-15 minutes afterwards to just make sure they're gonna be a good runner and there's no other issues. But yeah, get you guys set up here and we'll make sure it runs. Probably won't need to prime it now that I started it earlier, but we'll see. Might have sat a little bit too long. Can hear it sizzling off a little bit more of that oil on the backside of the muffler. This is a real smooth runner though. That's great. Alright guys, I said something about a smooth running machine and then the camera immediately died while I was getting ready to wrap up the video. But yeah, that runs great, and really wasn't a whole lot to get this thing up and going and ready to put up for sale. Sometimes those are nice, because I've had a couple lately that really had me pulling my hair out, which I don't have a whole lot left. So I appreciate you guys checking out the channel, and I do have, I believe it's a Poulan Pro 18-inch chainsaw. I've got a couple of leaf blowers and garden edger. I don't know, I got quite a few things. I'm gonna try to go through and sort to see what I got going on with those machines and what I can bring to you guys next. So I appreciate you guys checking out the video, and all the people that are new here, I greatly appreciate you guys checking it out. And if you do like this kind of content, make sure to hit that subscribe below and the drop down bell so you guys can see all of my videos that are going to be coming up. I'm trying to put out videos on Tuesdays and Fridays, and so yeah, thank you guys all for the support. I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see y'all in the next video.